Shalom, all praise is due to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak, Kwadash, Divinest to the elect, Apostle, Bishops, Elders at Great Millstone, that rule well, Shalom to the elect, Apostle, Bishops, Elders, and Brothers that rule well, Shalom to the elect of the nation of Israel. I just want to bring this out. It's been a lot of divide and conquer by Esau, which is a so-called white man of the 12 tribes of Israel. You got this Bad Bunny shit. Well, he's a zesty motherfucker anyway. You know, he's supposed to be from Puerto Rico. They had the Super Bowl performance by Bad Bunny, right? But, you know, you got your FBA bullshit, Foundation of Black American bullshit. You know, and then, you know, you got the Latino tribes, Hispanics, okay, and they on their bullshit, you know, oh, that was the best show of the Super Bowl, and the so-called black people getting upset saying, oh, you're not over Michael Jackson. But the Puerto Ricans are saying, yes, that was better to show them what Michael Jackson did at the Super Bowl and Kendrick Lamar and all this bullshit, okay? Which is divide and conquer by the so-called white man, you know? But we under the curses, you know, Deuteronomy the 20th chapter goes into it. The eye shall be evil towards thy brother in thy bosom. And not just not talking about black on black crime. That's talking about all the 12 tribes of Israel. Okay, but the so-called white man took down all of us, you know. All right, so let's go to it. 33, Jeremiah 55. Hold up. Jeremiah 50, the 50th chapter and the 33rd verse. All right, let's go to it. It says, thus saith Yahweh of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together, and all that took them captive held them fast. They refused to let them go. You know, so, you know, we were oppressed together, man. You know, whilst, you know, the so-called white man, you know, was bringing, you know, the Dutch, you know, France, Britain, America, you know, they shipped so-called black people where the Spanish-speaking tribes was, in Brazil, in Colombia, in Guatemala, I mean, in Puerto Rico, all over, man, all over the Caribbean, you know, so it's like, you know, all this divide and conquer shit, and, you know, you so-called Negroes with your FBA bullshit. You know, you West Indians with your, I'm a Jamaican, and you Haitians with your bullshit, I'm Haitian, and then you know, Latinos and Hispanics and Native Americans, I'm Puerto Rican and Mexican and all this old dumb shit. Look, man, we were oppressed together by the so-called white man. All right? You know? So, and then, like the scriptures tell you, man, that, you know, that the house of David is going to be risen up again, man. Okay? And he's going to gather the breaches thereof. Meaning, in other words, all the tribes are going to come back together. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, those that don't want to get down with the program, as they would say, black and brown coalition, well, then, hey, man, you're going to be taken up out of here, man. And in kingdom, you're going to be down with the black people, going to be down with the Hispanics. The Hispanics going to be down with the black people, and so forth. Okay? All right? The 12 tribes coming back together. All right? So, you know, you can have this. And first of all, Brown Bunny, he ain't nothing but a fucking Puerto Rican sellout anyway, man. You know, he's a zesty individual, you know? It's part of the LGBT community, man. All right? You know, so all this dumb, stupid bullshit, you know, that you so-called Negroes and Puerto Ricans got going on. And there's many scriptures on it. You know what I'm saying? You know. But the house of David is gonna be built up again. Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh gonna bring it back, the tribes together. All the 12 tribes. So if you've been edified with that, shalom.